Zague drops it back. His dad played his professional ball in Mexico. So Zague actually had the chance to go back to Brazil, where his roots are, or Mexico, and chose Mexico. Mejia Barón and the Mexican fans very happy about that. Lifted forward. Garcia tries to control a battle of number 10s. Now Simeone dropping back. A little surprised to see him playing that deep. It works out defensively, but that's one of the reasons Argentina hasn't had much success on the turn.
That was just
Suárez from behind.
An immaculate play to get out of trouble back there by the Argentine defender. I think it was Cáceres. This is the play after.
Suárez joining Sánchez and Garcia. Aspe in the book. F.Basualdo and Gorosito for Argentina. Raúl Gutiérrez. Mexico will get it back.
That was one of the few poor passes by Gorosito. It's such a good game, doing everything so well, but his passing was superb. That one was a little bit of a letdown.
Something you mentioned earlier on in regards to these two teams' road to the final, the fact that Mexico actually finished third. Neither of these teams won their group. It was Colombia that snuck in, only to be sidelined. Zague, and look at Hugo, near post and still waiting.
You can see it. That's a nice pass, hit hard enough. Zague runs out to meet it on the turn, but he did have teammates screaming for the ball in the box.
You can see it. We're in the 60th minute. They better watch out. There might not be many more next times. Ball knocked aside. Redondo fouled in the process. And officially 14 fouls apiece. Ecuador winning Group A. Peru the surprise victors in Group B. Colombia Group C, but they're all watching. All right. 60th minute in the book. Still no score. Ball deflects back. Batistuta tries to weave his way through, but can't. Zague. Nice bit of work to round Borrelli. Take it.
The timing was really sharp by F.Basualdo. It had to be. And he challenged at the right time. Here's a replay in that. Ooh. Not so sure if he got the ball or not that time.
July 4th, 1993. Monumental Stadium in Guayaquil. The 1993 Copa America final. Bill Shane, Lindsey Dean with you. A free kick here for Argentina as they look for their 14th Copa America crown. Trying to break the top. Launched long by Gorosito. Deflected down and cleared by Mexico back to midfield. Whistle had blown. Foul over the back, and Vicente coming over to have a few words.
Redondo that time fouling.
Mention the fact that Hugo Sanchez hasn't gotten many, if any, chances. I can remember one shot from Hugo. Well, the other guy who scored has also been kept in check, the semifinal hero R.Ramírez, with one of the goals of the tournament. Every time he seems to try and be ready to rev the engines on the left side. If it's not Gorosito, it's Zapata. If it's not Zapata, it's F.Basualdo or Borrelli, throwing bodies in his way. Garcia tries to dribble through the guts, but can't. Long ball up front. Here's Batistuta, a rare break. Batistuta, near post goal. Batistuta with the goal. and Argentina with the lead.
Well, they kept him in a goal. One of so many for Argentina. Look at the way he just keeps his balance, keeps focus, takes a look. Phil, that is a lethally hard-hit shot to beat Campos like that. This was an incredible strike by Batistuta. Look at the accuracy, near post. Bullet.
A little bit of a foot race, and he gets around R.Ramírez. Campos, not the tallest of goalkeepers, lacking a good 8 inches on the guy in the other nets on the other side. So he has to cheat and play angles. There aren't many forwards that can sneak it through a hole that small.
Well, he got the power on that shot, because when you look at the replay, Phil, the technique was flawless by Batistuta. He took a look. He looked back down at the ball. He had picked his spot. The striking leg knee was right over the ball, and just bang. He had to hit it hard to beat Campos. I'm sorry.
Second sub coming in. There you see the number 20.
I mean, this must have been so difficult for the Mexicans, because they'd played so well up to this point and had pushed the attack. And then
Acosta challenging.
One strike and they're behind.
Yellow card against Acosta. Joining F.Basualdo and Gorosito. 6 handed out so far by Macio Resende. 3 apiece. Rodríguez playing in Italy at Atalanta at the time. 26 years of age. Hard-nosed, speedy, good passer. And I think they feel that with Mexico having to push forward a touch, there might be a few openings on some of those passes for Argentina.
Well, that was Batistuta's second goal of the tournament. He was the leading goal scorer in the '91 Copa América with 6. But his timing is obvious. He was a tall player by some standards, Phil, about 6'1". But again, so much physical and technical ability there on display at the same time.
And now showing a little bit of teeth and cleats, Leo Rodríguez. 15th foul against Mexico. This is the 7th meeting between these two sides. Very first one coming back in the very first World Cup, 1930. Argentina pounding them 6-3. Took 55 years before they would play their second meeting. That was in Los Angeles. Mexico's home away from home. A 1-1 draw. They would pop down to Puebla across the border for another showdown. Another 1-1 draw. Ball into the middle for Sánchez, intercepted. Argentina knows Mexico's playbook probably better than Mexico today. Fourth meeting would be 5 years later in Los Angeles again, and Mexico would actually get the win. 2-0 over Argentina in the friendly. Next year, a scoreless draw in Buenos Aires. Here in the middle, Zague tripped up, and a penalty. Hugo Sánchez points it to the spot. Macio Resende agrees, and Zague earns a chance to equalize.
Well, this time they did connect. They did get it right. And it was a chance for Mexico to get right back in this match.
Those long legs of Zague are hard to avoid when he's dragging him on the turf.
But he came back well to stay onside on that play, Phil.
And a good ball from Galindo. Goycochea was not trying to foul, but well played by Zague, as the angle he picked, even if Goycochea tried to avoid him, it was impossible.
Well, this is how Goycochea made his reputation, obviously, saving penalties.
Benjamin Galindo probably would love to have a cigarette now to calm the nerves. But instead, more than 70,000 looking on as he stands 12 yards away from tying this game. Mention all those other head-to-head meetings. Well, even the World Cup of 30, none of them bigger than this. The shot rolled home. Mexico on the board. A goal for El Tri, and we're tied here in the 68th minute.
Well, not even Goycochea could save this one. He guessed to the left. It went to the right.
The master of the penalties dethroned, at least for now.
But again, terrific stuff by the Mexicans, Phil. They go down a goal. They played so well in this match, and then they make it happen. Zaghi, he really earned that PK.
A lot of times you see a penalty and you almost have to take it with a grain of salt, but you're absolutely right, because if Goycochea doesn't bring Zaghi down, he's got an empty net to shoot at, and it's on his left foot. Ball deflected out. 6th corner of the game for El Tri. Simeone saying it should be a throw. Never one to keep his mind quiet. Galindo again. 70th minute winding to a close. Whistle and a foul against El Tri. It's going to be a free kick.